What's poppin', y'all? These streamers, they've got people following them around like prime Justin Bieber. It's insane. And it's not even paparazzi. Their own fans are their paparazzi. And Jason the Ween is one of those streamers. Now, this guy's one of the biggest streamers in the game with one of the most parasocial fan bases ever. I did an entire in-depth video on how deep his stalking goes with his fans, even using the activity on his Spotify account to track him outside. You can watch that video after this. I'll have it linked in the end cards. But more recently, someone exposed that he was still seeing his ex-girlfriend, quote unquote, Sakura, that he had a controversial breakup with, and admitted that the stream was what caused them to break up. And a girl was the one that confirmed that they were still dating on TikTok.
Okay, so basically, I saw Jason the Ween and Sakura together in LA. So me and my sister and our other friends, we went to this Korean barbecue place. It was like midnight, and then we were seated down, and I saw Jason the Ween, Sakura, and I was like, "Oh, that's them!" I was like, "Wait, I really want a picture with him." I was like, "Wait, they're back together?" And then they broke up. Yeah, they were broken up a few months ago. And once they're done eating, because I kept staring at them before, right? Because I was like, wait, I can't believe it's them, right? I have to make sure. And then they were walking past us. I looked up as I was like eating, right? And guess what? Bro, Sakura was mugging me. She looked really mean. And I was like, I got really scared when I saw her. I was like, oh. And then after they left outside, right? And they walked past my window, they like had each other's like arms like wrapped around each other. And then they walked past me. And then Jason Ween looked back at me and he stared at me too. He looked hella mean too.
Was he uglier close up?
He looked more tamed and quieter. You know, because his like persona is like so annoying and obnoxious.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like so tamed. But yeah, they're scary. It was a scary experience. I was like, what did I do wrong? I was like, wait. But yeah, it was quite scary. But they're back together, guys.
And this person took a photo of them too. And this is the crazy thing when you have this girl that's talking. They're probably in K-Town in LA, which is on their behalf. You guys are going to a really poppin' area where you will be recognized. You have a lot of fans or viewers, parasocials, whatever you want to call it, in that area. But the girl that exposes this whole thing, clearly they don't want it exposed. She's like, yeah, you know, they looked at me and they were kind of mean. They were mean mugging me. Yeah, because you're a weirdo. They're looking at you like, hey, this girl isn't coming up to us. She's not waving hi to us. We don't know if she's going to expose us, because now they're like, oh man, what's going to come of this? Their anxiety spiked. They're frustrated. And of course, Jason's like, oh man, how I'm going to have to deal with this tomorrow. So the fact that she calls them mean, no, well, they deserve to be mean to you. But here you can see her hiding her face while exposing this. Meanwhile, taking a photo of them and putting them all the way out there. But a clipping page surfaces to repost this onto X, and this starts getting spread everywhere. And we go to the depths of how long this relationship has been going on. And it just proves to you how crazy these stalkers are, these detectives. Because here is a separate post. And I had to make sure that I downloaded all of this stuff, because Jason the Ween's team is very aggressive in taking things down. It doesn't matter if they're true or not. They can be true and they will still take it down. Because yeah, he's got some reputation management company or something, but they're doing dirty tactics. Anyway, one of these tweets said that Sakura gifted Jason the Ween a $3,500 Chrome bracelet, screenshot from Sakura's search. So this is a photo of Jason the Ween wearing the bracelet, and then underneath is a screen capture that somebody took from Sakura's stream, where she gets significantly less viewers than Jason, and she opens up her browser and it says Chrome Hearts Tiny E Bracelet Gold, and that matches the one that he has. And then they show the one on Grailed here, but this one's a silver bracelet. For her, she looked up the gold bracelet. Now, I don't know if his bracelet is gold. I can't really tell from the frame. But, hey, man, she putting that chrome on him. And did she got chrome money like that? I don't know. Regardless, chrome has never touched my body. That thing is like, it's like when you put the both positive sides of the magnet together. They just don't come together. I just repel the chrome. They're like, nah. You don't deserve us. We're going back to Jim Jones, where we belong, the real big baller that can't make rent in his New York studio, and they shut him out of it. But anyway, some people are like, yo, this is crazy levels of parasocial when it comes to relationships. Like, yeah, y'all gotta chill. Just let them cook and do their thing. Well, this clipping page is meant to cause havoc because they would post a TikTok of Sakura admitting that she was parasocial with a separate group of celebrities' relationships.
Me and Brie were literally talking, and we're like, yeah, Olivia and Louis are definitely still together. We're actually so parasocial, but they are definitely still together. Okay? And, like, why is that type of question mark? Oh my God, bro. And that was obvious? Well, yeah. We were like, we're so parasocial. Like, we were like, oh my God. And then, do you see his post in his, like one of the slides on his Instagram post or something? It was like a girl on a swing, and then her album cover was a girl on a swing. Like, they're media trained. They know what they're doing, okay? I am in too deep. Zib's variant. Okay, slow down now. Slow down on that one now, okay? She tracked her songs. Bro, what the? This shit is not the same. Oh, hell no. I am not on that time, and do not disrespect me like that, okay? She really playing 2 equals plus 2. This is up, but it just makes sense. Do you know what I mean?
So Olivia Rodrigo, you could call her a superstar, right? I mean, I loved her album, the one that had Driver's License on it. Yeah, I know I'm being a little bit vulnerable here. The Sour. I didn't listen to Guts. That was the second album that she dropped. She didn't drop anything recently, right? No, I don't think so. But I still need to listen to Guts. Let me know if we got any Olivia Rodrigo fans here. Is Guts better than Sour or as good as Sour? I know she had like a hit on that, but I just didn't pay attention to Guts. And Sour was, I was in my phase at that time where I was listening to, who else was I listening to? Okay, I'm deviating a little bit too much. That was Doja Cat era too. I was listening to Doja Cat. I still listen to Doja Cat heavy. So here, it is a little bit hypocritical because people are like, yo, this girl's stalking other relationships and trying to find connections between them. And funny enough, this clipping page posts another photo where they spot Jason and Sakura, because some people were saying like, yo, they could just be friends kicking it. Well, here they spotted them out in the wild with his hand on her thigh, which, I mean, like, if y'all putting hands on your homies' thighs, I don't know how that works out. And on top of that, there was another clip that surfaced that said back in early April, JasonTheWeen gifted Sakura a $7K Chanel bag. And in this video, you can see that he was looking up a Chanel bag that she's been wanting. And then, yeah, they show that. So even in early April, she has a sub goal. She's got 668 subs. That ain't even enough for half of the Chrome, because she gets 50% of the subs. But it would continue. And they would say 3 million impressions in 12 hours. No DMCAs. This guy's flexing it. They probably didn't go through. It takes a little bit of a delay. JasonTheWeen's team is probably panicking. They're like, yo, come on. Push those claims through. Well, here's a funny farm clip and London gifts from Sidemen charity match trip back in April.
All right, now tell them the real reason why you ended the party early.
Because I threw up, bro.
Yeah, word.
Party, bro.
Whose stream did they catch that on? Because it wasn't mine. Because it wasn't mine.
Y'all,
Who, bro? If you know, you know.
y'all are weird as
So here, they were trolling him on stream, saying like, oh, you're going to go hang out with that girl. However, they would find out through zooming in on this girl's stream, on all her stuffed animals, they would see a little stuffed animal all the way in the back that is a Jellycat London exclusive plush that you can only get there. And then they put that together where Jason, when the time he was out there, and the fact that she has the gift. This is behavior that, frankly, I've only seen from stans of like One Direction, maybe 10 years ago, or Justin Bieber. And they would even post a clip of her reaction to getting caught.
How's my Twitter page looking right now? Yeah, we're not going on that.
And a lot of Jason the Ween's fans feel a little bit weird about this because on May 30th, just a couple of days before all of this gets exposed, Sakura would speak on Jason defending her.
Anybody for bringing anything online. I think sometimes people just don't like fully realize when they say something that how it's gonna bounce back. But that's like nobody's fault, you know? But yeah, it happens. We live and we learn, you know? But that's just my fault. Or my thought. But I think in like the situations where people were like, what's it called? Were saying stuff about me, it was like Jason trying to defend me. So there's water under the bridge now.
It honestly is crazy. It looks like the sub goal definitely jumped because it was 668 back then, and now it's 4,400. That's definitely Chrome money. Oh my goodness. Geez, this chick blew up. But it makes sense why she would say, oh yeah, you know, it's water under the bridge now. Yeah, it's water under the bridge. They're underneath the bridge. You know, what is it? Underneath the tree? And unfortunately, while I do feel for these two, they created this situation. They farmed a parasocial relationship with the viewers and bringing them into their relationship because they saw how rewarded they were based on views. And now these people are in their business, so up their business that they're stalking them in person. Well, not stalking them, but they're running into them, taking photos, making content about them. You know who doesn't have to deal with something like this? A Pokimane. Like Pokimane, she says, yeah, you know, this is my roommate, but she doesn't give a bunch of details. She's not doing the whole relationship drama on stream. The other guy does not stream. That's also a very important part of it. And it's all good between them. We don't know what's going on. We don't know when there's a breakup. We don't know about anything. And she handles that very well. So Jason the Ween should be hitting up Pokimane for that. And this is the thing too. Jason put himself in a situation to where his audience would hate him if he was publicly dating this girl because they feel like she did him wrong or slimed him out or embarrassed him or used him or whatever the case may be, which we don't know that. Nobody knows that. But he's scared of his audience because that's who pays his bills. So he can't date her publicly, but he also still wants to date her. So he's going to do the nightmare scenario that you can never do as a streamer, which is secretly dating a girl that your audience hates. That has always turned out as a complete disaster. Now it's like, yo, even academics dealt with this situation funny enough. Like his parasocial audience, which is there's very few of, they began to hate his girlfriend. And this is somewhat justifiable from academics' audience because they're like, yo, this guy never streams anymore. He's constantly he was getting not arrested, but police coming to his crib, just like chaos happening. So the content was interrupted when it came to academics. People were like, yo, we're not even getting the product that we always wanted. So it wasn't even parasocial in that regard. But then he tries to hide it and you know, it eventually ends up coming out because people can see the inconsistency in the behavior and they know that their content, which is what they want, is going to get harmed. And unfortunately for guys like Jason the Ween and Sakura and all of these streamers, they need to realize for kids, the people that watch them, the teens, the tweens, you are their celebrity. So in the same way that, I don't know, Billie Eilish's relationships get followed around and taken pictures of in public, and she has to go to certain places and get a secret room if she's having dinner somewhere. And celebrities, that's how they had to move. That's how you have to move, unfortunately. You are that famous for this new generation. That's what you are. And there isn't this separation between you guys and the regular folk, or like a micro celebrity. It's not like YouTubers in 2016 that these guys probably grew up watching, and they could have their own relationships. And it was kind of separate between the internet and normal people, if you want to call it that. Now everything's meshed together. And I feel bad because these people are really young. I think, is Jason the Ween even like over 21, 22? He's a young guy. She's a young girl. They have to deal with all of this fame and all of the emotions going through a relationship, and then having to do it in public and be scrutinized. And then now there's going to be arguments between them for this situation. Maybe someone's like, see, you wanted to go to this Korean barbecue place. I told you we were going to get spotted there. And now look what happens. And now if they want to go somewhere, they got to go out in disguises. It is absolute terror. But hey, some people feel like the money is worth it. Now, let me know, if you're making money like this guy, is it worth it? Or you would just, be in you could say, it's easy to say, I just wouldn't be in a relationship with that girl. But then at that point, you're allowing the audience to control you. And this goes back to what FaZe Banks was saying. FaZe Banks was saying these guys are ruled by their audience, which is a bunch of high school kids, and they're terrified of them. And it's clear, if he's hiding a relationship that he's in, then that's all you need to know. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'll put the video that goes into how insane the stalkers that this guy Jason the Ween has. It should be on your screen right now. Make sure to check that out.